Gert from Cape Town and welcome to another video. Okay, this is going to be a tough topic. This video, I'm going to discuss whether I'm juicing or not. All I can say is Eish, and I will say it again, Eish. There are haters out there, and they will always hate. Nothing that I can say will change what they think they believe. They will just believe what they want to believe. Anyway, the most frequent question that I get asked on my videos is about whether I am using steroids or not. I get so many comments about this and questions that I've marked the keywords, you know, about steroids, juicing and so on, so that it puts it in a folder for me to be later answered or whatever, but I never get to it because it's just so many questions and I don't have the time to answer each and every one of those. I actually went so far as to write an article on my site that discuss this in depth about my whole stance on steroids and whether I'm using it and so on. So please, I'm going to put the link for you up now. Please go and have a look. It's quite an interesting article. Now here's just some of the less rude comments that people have posted on my site. I'm just listing a couple of them. As a rule, I don't respond to any cocky or nasty comments on my site, and I block people just like that. I've got thousands of people that I block because I simply don't deal with nasty, rude or cocky people. But actually some of these people, and I'm speaking here about, for example, what is it, Speed King 72. He was quite decent in his comment. There's other people too that were quite decent in their comments. So for that I say thank you guys. I've got respect for that. Common decency on internet, it's a non-existent thing. Okay, now let me try and answer this question once and for all. Now, one thing you need to understand about me, I'm not your average guy out there. I've got a history. At age 40, I was attacked. My prognosis was bad. My liver was damaged after the attack. My kidneys was only functioning 50% and it's permanent damage. So this puts me in a scenario that I must be very careful about anything that goes into this body, any kind of medication or anything else that I put in this body. So as a general rule, steroids for me is pretty much a no-go territory, because most of the steroids, there's a couple that is not so bad. Most of them places a lot of strain on your kidneys. My whole fitness journey has been to increase my health, not to decrease my lifespan with taking steroids. Okay, but that being said, now guys, you know that I'm a person that do not adhere to political correctness. With everything in life, I sift through the lies and misconceptions to find the real truth buried under everything. And although steroids is pretty much a no-go territory for me, I'm not blindingly opposed to certain very carefully chosen cycles for very short-term goals. No steroid is ever safe when taken long term, but definitely not all steroids are as bad as the media makes it out to be. Some steroids are even life-saving tools, but because of this out of control negative media perception, some medical professionals are so scared to even give steroids or prescribe steroids to a person, even when it can save his life. Many people out there have died because of a single overdose of over-the-counter drugs that they get at a drugstore or a pharmacy, but very, very few people have died because of a single overdose of anabolic steroids. Only with medium to long-term serious abuse does death become a possibility. The overtly negative weight given by the media is not the whole truth. But I do agree, when it comes to competitive sports, there it's a complete no, because the play field needs to be equal to everybody. You can't have any unfair advantage. But even there, the system is failing completely. Most of the guys, by far the majority of competitive athletes these days, are using and abusing banned substances. They just use it in such a way that they don't get caught out. It's much easier than many people think. Now, my article that I've posted on my site goes into depth about all these issues. Okay, but let's get back to the actual question. What am I taking and for how long have I been taking it? Since the age of 50 or just after 50? I've been using Depotest at 100 milligrams per week as prescribed by a urologist for low testosterone. And I'm sorry, I'm a huge supporter for TRT for the older guy when done under doctor supervision and when necessary. Low testosterone results in low energy, depressive states, fat stories, struggling to build muscle, libido problems, erection problems, negative frame of mind. Simply put, for the older guy to go into TRT when needed, you just give him a quality of life. There are actually very few side effects to doctor prescribed TRT treatments. Who would not want to do that when he gets older? Let me put it like this. It's basically these two scenarios versus each other. Either you're sitting in a chair, you overweight, low libido, don't even know what the word sex means anymore. You do pretty much nothing because you don't have the energy or the will to get up. You're depressed, you're in a negative frame of mind. Versus the over 50 guy, he's got energy, he's hitting the gym regularly, he's building muscle, he's got a lean and fit body, he's doing things, he's living life, he has great sex in his old age, he's in a positive frame of mind, he hardly ever get depression. Okay, I know it's a bit over dramatic, but you get my point. The big problem comes when we think more equals better. And that is the big problem with steroids. More equals problem and danger. But that's pretty much about everything in life. More is actually never better. Balance is always the key to living a quality and happy life. Okay, anything else I'm using? I've used 2 short cycles quite a while ago. This is like early 40s. Doctors prescribed. It was to help me build up my body after, you know, with my problems with my kidneys and my liver. 2 short cycles of human growth hormone. But I had to stop the growth hormone abruptly. Every time I developed carpal tunnel syndrome, which means basically your hand starts cramping up because of the nerve and you can't bend it. It's quite painful. And that doesn't happen to a lot of people that does growth hormone, but it's one of the more common side effects. Although growth hormone generally is assumed to be the safest of all the banned substances out there. And that is it, guys. Now, would I have taken more anabolic steroids if I was very healthy? Let's say I had no problems with my kidneys. That's a good question. I think, yeah, God has led me on a certain path since age 40. With this path and journey, I acquired wisdom and balance. Something I seriously lacked before age 40. So if I never undertook this journey of becoming a better person, sadly I think I might have made some wrong choices. So anyway, guys, haters will hate and believe whatever they want to. But to all of you that wanted an honest answer and ask it to me in a decent manner, this video is for you. A person sees these days a decent transformation and all they can do is screaming steroids. But 99.9% of the time, it is the lazy who are screaming, who have not achieved anything and most probably never will, because they cannot get their asses off the couch and into gym. So for them to feel less guilty about their laziness, they use the age-old tactic of finger pointing. The truth is, guys, it's easier to build a great body than nearly everybody thinks out there. If you do the right things, the body will respond. You don't need steroids for a transformation. Okay, enough said. If any of you want to know what my routine was that I followed and what is all the right things that you need to do and you want to sign up to my coaching, I'll put the link for you up. This is where you can sign up and find out more about my system. Nothing, guys, beats hard work. Nothing. Be wise, train hard and make it happen. Gert from Cape Town signing off. Cheers, guys.